So there's the confirmation of the scores. No 3-game at that time, and still more action to come. Yep, there are still some fans that are sticking around for this last one, which is Chen Hunling and Lu Chia-pin up against Anders Skarp Rasmussen and Kim Astrup Sørensen. So more men's doubles action coming your way. This time Denmark taking on Chinese Taipei.
Please welcome the technical officials on court number 1. Umpire Andrea Cimbini from Italy and service judge Marcel Schmidt from Switzerland. And ladies and gentlemen, today's last match on court number 1, men's doubles. Please welcome from Chinese Taipei, Chen Yuli and Lu Chia-pin. And from Denmark, ladies and gentlemen, Anders Skarp Rasmussen and Kim Astrup Sørensen.
Well, you can hear the applause for the Danish. I have to say, I'd say about 4/5 of the crowd have departed after the last men's doubles match. Of course, it is pretty late here in Denmark. It's coming up to, well, it's just gone 10:30.
Well, some people need to get to work tomorrow, so.
Yeah. But those that are sticking around have got a good match up here. The third ranked Danish pair up against the world number 24s. In fact, the Danish pair ranked better. Sørensen and Rasmussen up against Chen and Lu.
Who's going to receive? You want to stay where? That side? That side. Kim.
Well, don't have to see players in glasses, but that's the way Chen is. He has a good mixed doubles pairing, doesn't he, with Cheng Wen-sing. One earlier on today in the mixed doubles against the brother-sister combination of Sam and Chloe McGee. 24-22, 21-17 they won. But here in the men's doubles, you can see ranked 24 in the world. Plenty of matches, although they haven't played together the last couple of months. Lu's been playing with Liang Juwei in North America. They won the US Open semi-finals in Canada. Chen was being paired with Wang Qilin. They made the semi-finals at the Open Chinese Taipei last month. So the last 3 tournaments, they've split them up, put them back together for this one, whereas the Danes, as you can see, ranked 20. Winners of the Finnish Open in April. Since then, they've not really pushed on. Second round exit at the European Open, Championship, I should say. First round defeat at the Japan Open. Second round loss in Indonesia. did make the last 16 of the All England. Probably that was the highlight of their year. Finnish Open, obviously they won, but in the All England Championship, beating the defending champions would have been a big fillip for them, wouldn't it, in terms of what they can achieve.
Ready to play?
Well, earlier on I was saying that it was kind of Jerry Chopra and Ashkay Dewalkar who will be taking on Chao Biao and Hong Wei. In fact, they're taking on the Kims, Kim Ki-jung and Kim Sa-rung. Chao Biao and Hong Wei will take on the winner of this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kim Astrup Sørensen, Anders Rasmussen, Denmark. And on my left, Liu Xiaoping, Chen Wuling, Chinese Taipei. Kim Astrup Sørensen to serve to Chen Wuling, wobble, play.
So the final match of the first day of this leaning BWF World Championships. All the other three courts, well, they're done and dusted. And this match just starting. And a positive start it is as well for the Danish pair.
One, love.
Challenge that one.
Liu Xiaoping,
Liu was quite convinced
call it,
that was the wrong decision.
Call it in.
No, I think the line just was influenced by Kim, who showed what it was. Still waiting for that. Oh, that's in.
Challenge Susanto.
Good challenge.
Service over. 1, 2.
So this pair, Kim Astrup and Sørensen and Anders Rasmussen, how good a pairing are they? Of course, we've seen the number 2 ranked pairing. We know much about the number 1 pair.
You know, they've surprised me quite a lot with some results. Can say against pairs where they're really, what can you say? They're really tactically good against. You know, for example, when they won against the former All England, the Chinese pair Liu Li, with 11 and 10 or something. But the next day they played a Korean pair where they got 8 and 8. So it's more, you know, sometimes it's up to who are they playing. But I think they have improved a lot and has taken some steps in their games, which make them not a difficult first round to play against. A difficult first round to play against, and especially I think Kim on his physical side, he's improved a lot. He hits it a little bit harder than that I've seen him ever do. So, which was one of his weak sides, that when he was up against players who were good in defense, they just kept him on the backcourt, and his preference is to come forward. So I reckon that. Oh, well played. But they're going to have a good display here. I think they've been doing quite well in training. And then they have that left-right combination, which is difficult.
Play.
I must say they really settle into just playing defense, the Chinese Taipei pair. I don't think they will be successful with that in the long run. That's not how men's doubles won today. So
good aggression from Rasmussen there at the other end. Just with the names in the Danish, obviously lots of time there's two names. You've got Sorensen with the Sorensen on the back of his shirt, but Rasmussen rather with the Rasmussen on the back of his shirt, but Kim Astrup Sorensen's got Astrup on the back of his shirt.
Yeah, I don't really know how the Rasmussen chooses that, because you will find a lot of Rasmussens in Denmark.
No, it's Astrup rather.
But Astrup have chosen the name of Astrup. He could have chosen Sorensen as well, but I think it's more come down to that.
So you can
standing
choose
out of
one.
the pack.
Yeah, you can choose what you like.
Yeah, you got a middle name or two. What can you say? Two last names. You can choose whatever.
Is that because your mother and father's names, or are they?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You've just gone with the straight Laugesen, have you?
Yeah, well, you see that more today now. Back when I was born, it was more or less the male name that was chosen. Now they seem to choose both.
Great start this is for the Danish. Really good aggression, positive. They're on their toes. I mean, it's been a long wait for them today, isn't it? You know, to have to step on court for the first time at 10:30 at night, and of course, all the nervous tension built up for the rest of the day.
Serve for court. Service over. 4-10.
Well, I didn't expect it to be this one-sided, really. I know it's early stages still. A lot can happen, but
if they come up with a tactic that they've seen Kim and Anders from way back, then where they thought they were just going to be able to keep Kim on the backcourt, and then it looks like that, but it's a different Kim Astrup now. So he doesn't mind working hard for it and keep hitting, and he's hitting pretty hard and getting Anders into the game. So I think they need to come up with something different, the Chinese Taipei team.
Yeah, according to plan, as far as the Danes are concerned, 11-4 at the interval.
120 seconds. Yes, coach. Play. Service over. 5-12. Service over. 13-5. Play Denmark. Right. Service over. 6-13. Service over.
Oh, focus racket there.
7-14. That's this. Look, that's. 7-14.
Some better movement from the Chinese Taipei team here now, Chen and Lu. See them trying to get on the attack now, moving forward.
Been a good day for the Danes so far, hasn't it? I think all of the players that have played have won.
Yeah, it's good.
Just down to these last two now to keep it 100%.
I think Lars Uwe will go happy to bed then. That's good. And some of them were. Well, these last two ones here, if they get them, that's a very good result for Denmark, because that's some 50-50 games, you know. So. Good day.
Yeah, long way to go in this one, but obviously the first game looks as if it's going to Astrup and Rasmussen here.
That's fine. I think they've given up on this set, or game, sorry. It'll be interesting to see which Chinese Taipei, that team that comes out in the second game, because this will not bring them any success.
Oh, another clash of rackets. He's broken his racket again. Didn't need you, mate. Didn't need you. You come back when you're ready.
Yeah. have some water.
Great shot by Anders.
20.
Game points then for the Danes. Behind you. And it brings up the opening game for Rasmussen and Astrup, and it really was very convincing.
Well, maybe he needs to change the classes. It's a little bit stronger.
Where's it gone? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, maybe contact lenses. Nah, but this is a good Chinese Taipei pair. You know, I've seen them many times, and they can play badminton. I think they have to come up with something different in the second game.
Well, it doesn't get much. Well, obviously, you're not quite the right scoreline there for you. We've got the wrong pairings, but 21-8 is the right score line, and it couldn't be that much more convincing, could it, really?
No.
Well, is it going to be more of the same, or are we going to see some Chinese Taipei resistance here in this second game?
We have to. You know, that will be... this is the World Championship. This is not just a normal tournament. You can't really leave Denmark with that kind of performance. And I'm not taking anything away from Kim and Anders, because they're playing really, really well. But...
Well, Chen is through to the second round in the mixed doubles, but yeah, as a pairing, yeah. You just wonder why they were split up and whether this is the end of the pairing, you know, for them to play with different partners in the last couple of months, for them only to play 2 matches in the Thomas Cup. They only won 1 of them. You just wonder whether there is belief in this pair, and given what we've seen in this match so far, you can understand why.
Yeah, definitely. To make some really, really weird things, you know. Especially Chen, some cross-court drives that you normally don't see in men's doubles. I don't know. Maybe we need to go and ask the coach. We could do a live interview, call him up. See, there's no, from Chen, there's no, again, as I take the other Chan we was talking about, there's no, you know, this, you know, there's nothing in there. He doesn't come with an attitude to get him going or anything. See, this is a good point. Get that fist up there and show you want to fight.
Yeah, get yourself motivated. There's a fist bump there, all right, from Astrup, wasn't it? I'm always a believer, though, it's got to be in your makeup. You can't force it, but you'd like to see it come to the fore, wouldn't you? You'd like to see a little bit of passion coming out, showing that you actually, how much it does mean. This is the World Championships, the biggest event of the year, you know?
Yeah. Okay, got away with that one. Definitely not on the top of his game, Chen.
Service over. 2, 4. Service over. 5, 3.
Well, nothing to suggest a comeback right now.
Not really. You know, Chen would normally not use a clear on a flick serve.
Service over. 4, 6.
I actually must say that Lou is actually giving it his best, and well, it could be that maybe
6.
Chen is having a problem or something, we don't know, but I've seen him play better.
He played earlier today and he won.
Yeah.
In the mixed doubles. He's alongside Chen Wensing.
Service over. 7, 5. Service over. 6, 7.
It's a good flick serve.
What was I saying about they're not offering too much resistance? They are now. Even from the floor. That was a good shot from Chen from the floor.
It looks like he does it on purpose.
He played it well, didn't he?
Look that he doesn't even want to get up.
And then on his feet, Lou nets.
Yeah. Quality.
11 o'clock at night, but it's not late, is it, badminton terms? Peter Gade's farewell at the All England, what time was that?
Oh, that was 3 o'clock in the morning or something, half past 3, I think.
Was it?
Yeah. So, no. But of course, it's a long, long day. He doesn't hit hard. I think maybe look at Chen. He maybe have a shoulder problem or something.
What are your thoughts there on the day? Jim is, as we're seeing Astrup now take a 9-7 lead here. Venue looks good, doesn't it? Crowds have been decent for a Monday.
It's a very good start today. I think things have worked quite well. From a egoistic standpoint, maybe a little bit too warm. But I think the way they've set it up and everything is perfect. With the new scoring there, we see the balls go up and down, and not too much drift, so we actually, get good rallies. So I think that's going to be better and better and better over the next couple of days, and that's going to be more crowd. And now they've done a very good job.
9.
And it's important, isn't it, from a championship like this point of view, the fact that it's in Denmark and there's been a really good start from the Danes as well.
Definitely. Definitely. I think it's always like that when it's...
Yeah, we saw that when we were at the Uber Cup, didn't we, in India, performing so well.
10-7. Service over. 8-10.
Call. Good call. 11-8, the interval lead. It's not as big as it was in game number 1, but it's a healthy advantage nonetheless.
Seconds. 120 seconds. Anders. 11-8.
So, is this the final chapter of day 1's play here at the BWF Super Arena? Looks like it could be. Just over 13 hours of badminton throughout the day here. Started with a Danish win in the women's doubles. in the mixed doubles, I should say, for Anders Christensen and Julie Howman. And looks like it's going to end in a Danish win in the men's doubles.
Yeah, I think especially because Chen is not really at the top of his game, and they would need him for a comeback. So.
Serve is over. 11-14.
Any real highlights for you today? Would it be Lee Chong-wei making his comeback?
Yeah, and not only that, looking ready. I think that was a highlight that we did. He was a little bit of a question mark. There was some rumors. He's been saying things himself. Maybe he couldn't get ready and all this.
Upset of the day has to be Momoto. Going out to Wei Nan, yeah. And game of the day maybe was the
Kasyap Dieter Domke, I think.
Yeah, that was match of the day. Actual game of the day.
Game of the day.
As in set, probably the Chapman. Michelle Lee women's singles. Match of the day, Domke against Kasyap. Yeah.
Game of the day was that set where I think did she have 6 game? 8 game points.
Yeah, 8 game points.
So. I can also say that Mass beating Ivanov and Susanov is also an upset, you know. Thinking about the European champions, and they got 16 and 13 the last time, and they win in 2 sets here. That is kind of an upset. So
yeah, I understand what you mean, but
this is not the biggest upset, but it's an upset.
But I think I'm right in saying that Momoto is the only seed who has gone out today.
Yeah.
Another point closer to getting the job done here, the Danes.
16-13.
I don't think I've seen him. That's the first really big smash I've seen him hit. He looks very tired.
Serve is over. 14.
Can't beat that mixed double.
16.
It's only a 2-setter, wasn't it?
Yeah. Fairly long first game, 23-21, but I don't think I've caught that long.
Service over. 15-17.
Clash against the Chinese pairing of Chai Biao and Hong Wei awaits. And their confidence will be boosted by this as well, won't they, Rasmussen and Astrup here?
Yeah, but of course the next game, if they should win this one, is a different category.
18.
Channel attack.
17.
Closed it down to 1 point now, the lead in this game. (13-8) ahead at 1 point.
I'll be really surprised if they come back here. I'm surprised it's that close.
Yeah.
17-18.
You have not felt they've been in this match at any time.
The plot thickens. 3 points in a row here for Chen and Liu.
That choice there by Chen is not the right one. You know, a lift to the middle of the court. They can do much better than that.
2 points from victory now.
It's actually Liu. He's really coming forward, and he really wants to try. And the Danes, they gotta be careful when he has the shuttle, because he's coming forward. So,
also 2 points for victory, but with 2 points from a third game here as well. Excellent play. Match point.
20. 1 point. 19.
Match point saved.
Service over. 24.
that was a big chance there by Anders. Hesitates a little bit too much. He needs to keep his calm there. I saw Kim straight away over telling him easy, easy, easy. No panic. But into the setting.
It's now game point for Chen and Liu to take it to a third. Didn't see this coming at all.
No, absolutely not. And that's the part of his game he has improved. Oh, it's a bad serve. Also a quick movement from Liu there.
22-21.
Maybe a little bit lucky, doesn't get called for receiver. They get a great return. Now.
And we're into a third game. Would you believe it? It looked as if it was done and dusted. We were talking about their second round opponents. Well, hold on a minute. The action keeps coming here on day one.
I did not see that coming. They, you know, Chen doesn't even look. Maybe he doesn't want to play a third set. No,
but he's going to. It's one game all.
Yeah, that's very surprising. Well, that just tells you in this game that you when you have the chance to close it, you need to do it because it can go fairly quickly the other way. And here we have it. From having not playing really well, they actually in 3 games and the chance to progress in this tournament for the Chinese Taipei. And this is also varying times for Anders and Kim because they had it in the back.
They also thinking, where did that come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Rebuild now. Time to gather their thoughts. And they've got to push on again.
120 seconds. 120 seconds. You are serving? Final game. Bubble. Play.
It's interesting watching a game like that and thinking about the scoring system, obviously, in the last few weeks, in various parts of the world, the new possible scoring systems being tested. 5 sets first to 11. But I don't know, the 21-point system, is it as flawed or as seems to be? I mean, look at the way Chen and Liu there came back when they looked like they were beaten.
But they were not really that far behind. I don't know what the biggest gap was.
It's 5, 13-8.
Was it 5? Yeah. Well, there you have it. But I still think that the statistics says it very seldom happens. Now we can say that it happened twice a day. I think also the Indians came back.
Yeah.
But
Chopper and Devoka.
I think all the system is to kind of get into this think we will get closer to a decision. That's for and against. I know.
2, 1.
It's a difficult one.
The only thing I would say as well is that when we say these points are more important when it gets to 18-0 and 19-0.
Maybe that could happen more times.
Well, that's going to say it's going to happen more times if suddenly you're at 8-0 or 9-9. Or
I totally agree. And we got to look away from what we think is best, and the players maybe has to think a little bit away from how they think what's the most fun for them to play, because
and also what's good for
television
as well and the people watching at home.
That's what's important. It's not really if it was up to me, who's can I say older. The best system I've played is the really old one with the 2 services, and you got to get the serve to get a point, and because I thought there was a lot of aspects in that part, that game that was really good. So you have to look for what's in the best interest for the sport and the media and not so much people who likes badminton, because I think they're going to see it anyway. But if you want to drag some other people in who thinks it's fun to come to can you say a conclusion before
well, you want more crescendos, don't you, as well?
And you can say if you look at tennis, it's kind of a change in people you need to get in, because in tennis everybody knows you need to hold your serve. So it's exciting every time somebody has a serve because he needs to hold it. If he loses that one, that's not good. So that's why, because it doesn't make sense that people understand this system of 15 love, 13 love, 30 love, 40 love. So, but I don't know. We need to see the feedback on Brazil. They had it. There was some players that really thought it was great.
In Bulgaria they had it as well, didn't they?
It will probably cause some more upsets, which is fine, I think.
Mm-hmm. Bit of a worry, this, isn't it, now? For the Danes?
A lot. Not good. A really bad start.
This match is turned on your head. Yeah. It's a challenge there.
You can just see that the Danes have not been able to shake that second game off yet. So,
looked like he was going to challenge there, but obviously decided against it.
Yeah. But suddenly they're firing on all cylinders now.
I mean, we'd written them off.
I can't take anything back. Somebody's probably recorded it, so I really find it really weird. but
21-8, 13-8. It was,
and mostly because it didn't look like they were in that mood, to come for a comeback. But totally different game, man.
And suddenly, for Rasmussen and Astrup, it would have been difficult for them not to think, this is great,
Oh, a lot of thoughts are going through their mind right now. This is very, very difficult for them. First of all, we have to remember where this has been played. It's been played in Denmark, and they were close to, having the perfect day for Denmark, and now here suddenly,
a chance to get through.
This is really difficult.
I mean, they're playing now in front of a handful of people.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is not great. They had a chance to play against seeded Chinese pair in the second round in front of probably a big crowd.
Yeah.
And now they're 9-3 down.
Yeah.
is over. 10-4.
Are we going to say no way back now for the Danes?
Well, the way I've analyzed it today, I think everybody who's behind in any game will wish me to say they can't come back because they're making a comeback every time. So, yeah, I think there's still a chance. It's not over yet, but it's worrying. And I also think you can see the attitude of the Chinese Taipei team. They believe in it now, and they are good players. So. And definitely it's Chen who's the weak link, I think. Today. Oh, great play. Yeah, well played by the Chinese.
Yeah, 11-6 the interval lead, Lou, with the net winner. Just went wrong with that short little spell from a seemingly winning position. They're now staring defeat in the face, aren't they?
Yeah, but they just gotta, stay in there, hang in there. Everybody knows what can happen when you get into this 15, 16, 17, 18.
120 seconds. 120 seconds.
That's kind of what the Chinese Taipei team did. So.
Play.
That wasn't the start that the Danes were looking for. That was going wide.
No one left. Still a long way back though.
Yeah, but it's important to stay within the range of that. And as I can see now, I think the Danes will try and keep the shuttle downward all the time and not hitting hard all the time, forcing the Chinese Taipei players to kind of do something with the shuttle. Now that was a wrong choice.
Service over. 13.
Yeah, Kim knows that. A little bit too loose by Chen from the backcourt. There, that opens up for a counter from the defensive.
And from the reaction, they haven't given up yet, have they?
No, definitely not. And this is still a game. 2 points here and we're into this. But they need to not get those points. Easy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's still...
They need the easy points for a comeback.
It's a 7-point gap.
It is, I know. But history is against me today. Yeah. But I'm just saying that, or maybe I'm just too patriotic.
Well, you know that these players' abilities as well. You know that they can. And we saw it in that first game, didn't we? You know?
Yeah, definitely. You can also say if the Chinese team could do it, why shouldn't the Danes be able to do it? Here you see, obviously that would have been a rally I thought the Chinese Taipei should have won. But the thing is, if you're to make a comeback today, you can't have these easy service return mistakes and easy points, because then you're just going point for point. You need a good run of points, and you need all the easy ones yourself. Easy, when I'm saying easy, it's because you don't have to rally too much for it. And he tries that one again. This time it works. Oh, that's a great smash. Great smash by Chen.
So maybe there will be a Danish loss in this first day of the World Championships after all.
This one is going to be hard for Kim and Anders. It's going to be really, really hard. And remember one thing, Anders was pulled out of his mixed double, so he doesn't have any more World Championship, and that's 2 to 3 months of really, really hard work, and it's over on the first day on home court.
Especially when you thought you looked like winning.
Yeah, and inside their heads, they were probably already looking at playing against the Chinese in the next one, and more crowd and more media. But let's see. It's not only till somebody sings.
Fat lady normally, but
can you say that?
You can.
Okay.
But listen, we've seen this before. You know, 16-10 down. It's not impossible.
Well, Indians did it today. Just 15-11. It's not that close. It's possible. But I say they need to stay away from these points. And that point there could be a momentum changer.
11-16. Service over. 17-11. Kim. Go! Service over. 12-17.
Well played.
Service over. 18.
They can't seem to get into the game again, the Danes.
Anders.
Yeah, they're winning the odd point here and there, but they need to make a real run of it now.
Yeah.
It's getting close to being beyond them. Now or never.
Well, it's really, really well played.
19.
Well, I'm not sure what happened in that first game, but credit to this pair from Chinese Taipei. Whatever was causing them the issues, they've sorted it out.
I must say that, yeah.
Because, you know, they were 10-5 up in that first game.
Thank you.
Beg your pardon, they were
behind.
They were behind, weren't they, early on that first game, and never looked like a pair that were at the races, really.
19.
And they were also behind in the second game, but they were kind of like scratching in there, you know, keeping it okay close till. And as we've seen today, anything can happen when you get into. And that's what the Danes need to do now. They need to see. Can they get 2 points here, and then maybe they can
put some self-doubt into the Lu and Chen's mind, but
it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's good. It's in.
Now it's only 4 points.
Yeah, it's an hour old, this game now.
And then 2 good serves with 2 return mistakes, and we got a game again. Yeah, we have a game. Because the Chinese Taipei team now is starting to think, ooh, they're not that far off now. You often see that. The only thing the Danes need to stay away from now is that having a service situation where they will go too much forward and make a mistake.
I know shoes I'd rather be in, though.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that.
The gasp of disappointment.
They actually got out of that one now. That's a big miss by Anders. Big miss.
Yeah, it's match points as well. There will be some regrets if the Danes don't go on and retrieve this situation. Clock ticking away to midnight. But are these the final moments of day one?
Yeah.
It is.
Well played by the Chinese Taipei team.
Great comeback, wasn't it?
Yeah. Credit to them.
From 21-8 and 13-8 down, they turned it around. Huge disappointment for the home supporters, and particularly for Anders Rasmussen and Kim Astrup. But all credit to Chen Hunling and Lu Chiapin there. They get their nerve. A losing situation turned into a winning one.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was tonight's last match. The last boss for Bella Sky is leaving in 15 minutes. The last boss for the line judges to Scandic also leaves in 15 minutes. The leading BWF World Championships.
No confirmation of the scoreline then. Disappointed Rasmussen heads off because it was 21-16 in the third game.
See you tomorrow and have a safe trip home.
So that's it for day one from the BWF Super Arena. Marathon day that started at 10 this morning. Of course, one of the highlights, seeing Lee Chong-wei up against Lee Dong-kyun, and he looked in good nick, didn't he? Back from injury as he tries to win his first World Championship title. Really super match this. Look at that shot from Dieter Donker right in the meat of the third game that saw him overcome the Commonwealth Games gold medalist Kasia. Danish victory for the two Mads. overcoming the European champions of Ivanov and Sozanov. And well, let's hope for more action like this to come over the next days here, just outside of the centre of Copenhagen.
Turn off.